Alrighty guys, as I keep bringing you guys another Dragon Ball Legends video. For today we're actually going to go ahead and come at you guys with a guide video since I haven't done one in a while, and this new co-op is relatively it's relatively new, right? It just came out, but although it is a rerun, right, I honestly think that's kind of lame in some ways, in more ways than one actually. I would have rather had just a new hyperdimensional co-op overall, but I guess we did get a little bit of other new stuff, so we'll forgive them for this. So we do have the hyperdimensional co-op versus Goku Returns. They actually give you some recommended characters here, although I don't really recommend the characters other than Metal Cooler. You do not want to run a type disadvantage against hyperdimensional co-op, especially because this boss actually kind of hits you pretty hard, man. Like, he actually keeps you on your toes because he does hit pretty hard. But this is going to go ahead and be a guide. I haven't done a guide on this specific co-op in particular, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this. We're gonna go do my top 5 units, and if you guys are new to the channel, the way this basically works is that I go from basically the best units at the bottom of my list to the most free-to-play units who are also still viable for this event, right? That's kind of the way I do it, so it can be a little bit more free-to-play friendly. So that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. Alrighty, so for the first character on our list, it's going to be this movie Frieza that it's relatively new. I wouldn't say he's the best unit for this, but I feel like he's really good. I actually have ran into a lot of these guys already, and he does a good amount of damage, right? He does some good stuff. He has a decent kit right here. In case you guys didn't know, I'll put a screenshot up here. There is 4 bonus battle tags right here. So we have Lineage of Evil, we have Powerful Opponent, we have Regeneration, and we have Sagas from the movies. So unfortunately, for whatever reason, this guy did not get Powerful Opponent, which is, I guess it's understandable, right? He wasn't really the main focus, the main villain of the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. So instead of that, he just has Lineage of Evil and he just has Sagas from the movie, which just 2, right? Just 2, but that's okay because Lineage of Evil is coming in at our #1 most damage for the battle bonus character tags. It has 75% damage for Lineage of Evil, and then for Sagas from the movies, you get a 25% damage up and a 15% damage cut. So it's not too bad, right? And like I said, this guy is on the newer side of Dragon Ball Legends, so he's actually going to go ahead and he has a pretty substantial kit, right? I mean, nothing like amazingly crazy, but he's definitely going to help a lot in this event. If you do have him, like I said, he's relatively new. He just came out with the Gogeta and the Broly, which was in December, which doesn't seem too new, but still relatively new, right? Alrighty, and coming in at number 4 is going to be this Janemba. So I think actually the last time this event was around, this specific hyperdimensional co-op was around, this was actually the main guy that I was using because he actually has a lot of good stuff going on here. So we can actually go ahead and look at his buffs. So out of the 4 buffs that they are giving us, we get the Powerful Opponent and we get Regeneration. So we're getting a 50% damage inflicted up and we're getting a 25%, so that we have a 75% total, right? Or we actually get 3. So Regeneration, Powerful Opponent, and Sagas from the movie. So that's 3 right there. So 25 from Sagas, 25 from Regen, and 50 for Powerful Opponent. So we're getting an 100% powerful, or 100% battle bonus character tag up, ability bonus up, or damage inflicted up is what I meant to say. And on top of that, the reason why I like running this guy a lot is because his one of his unique abilities, the Hope Crushing Evil power, is you actually get a 30% to damage inflicted against episode Sagas from the movies. And of course, the Goku that you're facing off against in this co-op stage is the Super Saiyan Goku from the Revenge of Cooler movie, I believe it is. And so you're getting a whopping 130% damage inflicted up against this man. So of course, this guy is definitely going to be good. He's going to give you a ton of damage off against this guy. The event will be a breeze. The reason why he's number 4, the biggest thing is maybe it's just because of my lack of stars. I only have 3 stars on this guy. He does a phenomenal amount of damage, but the biggest downside is that he is extremely squishy. Like, even though Goku is yellow, he basically, with a blue card, he'll take me below half health. Alrighty, so coming in at number 3, we have this extremely old Red Cell. So this is what I mean by me saying that this is going to go ahead and start getting more towards the free-to-play friendly side of things, because this guy is extremely old. I am fairly certain a lot of you guys will have this guy. Even new players might be able to pull this guy off of Master Pack tickets, right? Because he is just that old. And honestly, he's not even that bad because of the fact that, so I have him at Red Star 4 right here, right? So I have him at 11 stars, and he has the ability to go ahead and get a Zenkai. So if you guys have this guy Zenkai, even better. But I'm telling you right now, even without the Zenkai, he does just fine in this co-op. Let's see what tags he has. So out of the 4 tags, he has Powerful Opponent, and he has Regeneration. So he's getting the 25% plus the 50% for Powerful Opponent. A 75% ain't too bad. I mean, obviously it could be better, but it ain't too bad at all. The other thing, the reason why I do have him on here as well is because he has the Anti-Super Saiyan tag right here, or unique ability. So 40% to blast damage inflicted against tag Super Saiyan. So you have the 75% combined with the 40%. You're getting over 100% damage inflicted up with this guy, which ain't too bad. And I can only imagine how good this guy would be if you had him actually Zenkai'd. Alright, coming in at our number 2 spot is going to be the OG Metal Cooler. And so this one was actually hard because I couldn't decide between getting this guy or between putting this guy at number 1 or putting this guy at number 5 as the from number 1. Because honestly, if you ask me, this guy could be at the very top of the list and he could be at the very bottom of the list at the same time. Because me personally, as you guys do know, this guy just got a Zenkai. I do not have him Zenkai'd, but he fits all of the tags. You can already immediately tell by looking at the battle bonus character tags that this event was kind of catered towards him, right? They usually do that where there's a specific unit in mind that they have that basically they want you to run for these events, right? And who better yet to use than this guy who just recently got a Zenkai. Is basically like Toshi telling you, hey, if you want to go ahead and just breeze through that co-op, go ahead and just Zenkai this Metal Cooler and you'll have a great time. So if we go ahead and look at his tags right here, he got Sagas from the movies, he got Lineage of Evil, he got Regeneration, and he has Powerful Opponent. So he's getting every possible buff that you can get from the battle bonus character tags. And honestly, without his Zenkai, amazing. Like he still does great. Like he does good damage. And I actually have seen a lot of un-Zenkai'd Metal Coolers in this co-op event. I promise you guys, if you guys run this guy, you're not going to have a difficult time at all. And especially if you guys actually did invest into the Zenkai for this man, like this is definitely going to be your go-to bet. He's probably going to be the best unit period for this event at a Zenkai level. Alrighty, and for number 1, we have the Fury Broly, otherwise known as the movie Broly, the Rising Battle Broly, the Zenkai Broly, whatever you want to call him. We have this guy sitting at our number 1 position just because of the fact that he is a free-to-play Zenkai. If you guys don't have him, unfortunately, you guys are going to have to wait for his event. I kind of played myself here, and I only have him at Zenkai level 1. I kind of slacked on the events. I cannot lie to you guys, but he does some good stuff right here, right? So he does have the Powerful Opponent, and he has Sagas from the movies. So he's going to go ahead and get the 50% on top of the 25%. He's getting a 75% of damage inflicted up from the battle bonus tags. And obviously, once you unlock all his unique abilities, he actually gets some good stuff, right? He does a lot of good stuff here. He actually does, he stacks damage, right? I believe he stacks damage. Okay, so yeah, he actually does stack damage. So he does a 5% to damage inflicted for 10 timer counts every time you use a Strike Arts card. And you get an additional 10% to damage inflicted if the enemy is a tag Saiyan, obviously, which Goku is a Saiyan, right? So that's kind of why I have him at number 1, because this guy is purely free to play. He's the only purely free to play character that I would bring into this co-op at the moment. Unfortunately, like I said, I only have him at Zenkai 1, so he's alright. Right now, he's only decent, but I imagine at Zenkai 7, it definitely would be a lot easier. Again, this guy is pretty beefy. He does good damage. You're going to have a really easy time breezing through this event with these characters. Honestly, overall, I think a lot of these characters have, there's a lot of characters on here that you could definitely use, right? Because I wouldn't be any of these characters that you see right here on the screen. I probably wouldn't disband except for the EX or the hero units, right? There's a lot of good stuff going on here. I think Lineage of Evil does the most damage. They're coming in at a 75% inflicted damage up from the battle bonus tag. So let's actually go ahead and look at the Lineage of Evil real quick. So we go to Lineage of Evil. You only have 4 members, but I would say the 3 Sparkings here are all definitely very, very viable, right? And then I want to go ahead and just show you guys a little trick right here, just a little tip that I have for this co-op. Okay, so before we hop out of here, I wanted to go ahead and show you guys that if you're going to, since this co-op boss is yellow, I recommend you every single one of you guys putting this Nappa on your guys' bench. And the reason for that is because this Nappa actually has an incredible Z ability for co-ops specifically, right? Because look at this, his main ability is an 18% pure damage buff, damage inflicted to elements yellow during battle. So you are going to see a significant damage, maybe not significant, but you are definitely going to see a noticeable damage increase against yellow units. And this is really good, especially against like PvE events such as the co-op matches, right? So definitely let me know who you guys think I should have included in my list, especially coming from free-to-play standpoint, or what characters you are running that I didn't mention at all. I'm very curious to know what you guys are using for this. So, that being said, if you guys enjoyed the content, if you guys enjoyed the guides, definitely let me know by leaving a comment below, hitting the like button, or maybe even consider hitting the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later!